guys, we're tapping into the brown door. For once, I look semi-cute in a video, because every time I do these videos, it's just on call. So I just stop whatever I'm doing, and I relay the messages and the downloads I'm getting from Spirit to direct you guys down here in the realms. But yeah. Let me breathe this heavy air. Heavy air might be significant for this group. If anybody's wondering, I don't know the temperature. I didn't check, but in the DMV, it is very, very, very hot to the point where like the air is hot. Like I'm breathing in hot air. It's crazy. But anyway, we've discussed the brown door. I feel like I'm gonna do the next video on the green door because Spirit was kind of battling. Like I had like two, probably either ancestors or two spirit guides trying to talk to me at the same time. I just kept saying green door, brown door, green door, and like the last like freaking thing I saw was brown door, so I decided to do the brown door first. So after this, I'll probably relay some messages for the green door, but I'm trying to focus on the brown door. The color green just might be significant for this group, that's all. But we've already discussed the brown door quite a bit. I feel like there are 3 parts already, if I'm not mistaken, on the brown door. Yeah, I feel like there's 3 parts already. And we also have discussed that the brown door is associated with the collective's inner child. And I don't know how deep we went into that, but one thing I need everyone to remember is the inner child and your shadow are very, very connected. They're very, very connected. And they're very, very connected because I believe, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong if you guys are educated in books. I'm educated in ether, just straight in here. But I do feel like your shadow is created in your childhood. I mean, unless you have shadow aspects from past lives, but we're not going to get into that. But your shadow is created in your childhood because one, that's you come here as a kid, as a baby, as a child, and you don't know much. You don't know much, and you start to collect all the information, and you witness so many things you don't know too much about, even like the darker stuff. And you're completely very innocent as a child. So when you're witnessing dark things, when you're witnessing shadow aspects or evil things or whatever you experience as a kid, that's on the darker side, your shadow is formed as a child, which is why we do so much shadow work as adults, because the stuff that we weren't able to properly process as a kid uproots us as an adult, kind of getting this weird imagery of like a tree being ripped up from its roots and just tearing. That hurts. And you kind of have to be planted back in another space, or in better soil, so to speak. That's what we do in shadow work, to put it kind of in a visual. But shadow work is a whole other conversation. Anyway, but the brown door, you guys have already entered, and obviously I said there were 3 groups, I believe, and 3 of you guys were going to see different parts of your childhood or different parts of your experiences as a child in there. I feel like one group was in a thrift store, or I said one group was going to open the brown door and they were going to be at a birthday party. Another one was going to be a cookout. And then I forgot the other group. It might have been a thrift store, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. But if you haven't watched those 3 videos, I would watch those before you get down to here, because I am directing you guys while you guys get down there and everything. But I feel like after you guys have kind of passed that stage, or past that level, you guys re-experienced a childhood memory. They were a tad bit traumatic. They weren't too bad. They were just kind of like the start, or just little, But once you've passed that, once you've gotten over that memory that spirit's gonna like put you in legitimately, I feel like it's going to pixelate. Have you ever seen a movie where there's pixels in like a scene and then like it just everything disappears? It's almost like, oh, Wreck-It Ralph. I feel like they have like a scenes where like it's pixelated and then everything just disappears in the pixels. That's literally what will happen once you've kind of experienced that memory, or experienced that memory full through and through. Like you know, in like a movie where somebody will like the like spirit will put them in a memory, and then they're their older self. They're their younger self, and then they experience it as their younger self, and then everything disappears. It's basically what's going to happen. Once that memory disappears, it will be pitch black. And I don't know why or how the hell spirit is doing this, but a spirit is taking you younger than what we discussed. We're in the womb, obviously, because I'm saying pitch black. Jesus. The womb is a dark place. The womb can be cold, the womb can be warm. But I feel like everything's gonna look big. Like, obviously you can't see, but you can see. You're gonna feel like there's a lot of space around you. Some of you guys might feel like you're underwater. Others might feel like you're floating, but like the air will be heavy, like thick, dense, like how I talked about in the beginning of this video, how this air I'm breathing is very hot. It's like very heavy air. It'll just feel very dense, or it'll feel very heavy, kind of a little bit. But you're floating, and the floating is like almost like in this like slow motion. Yeah, it's very slow, and I don't know. You know those clips in movies where like the lights will turn off and then everybody's face and everything is like green because they're doing like the night vision stuff? Like, picture that, and you're just looking around, and then you just start kind of moving, but you're not moving. Like, your arms aren't, you're not swimming or anything. You're literally just like, your body is moving. I don't know why I'm getting the words is moving in time. Anyway, you're moving throughout the womb, right? You're floating throughout the womb. And I'm seeing like a tunnel, or just like a little white light. You guys are going to decide to go towards down there, or you should. You guys are going to kind of like float down there, and the white light will get bigger and bigger. And mind you, you have an umbilical cord when you're first born, before they chop it off, unless you were born in a home birth and you had yours fall off naturally. And I discussed in a video, probably one of the first videos I did with the red door, discussing how your umbilical cord is like the physical representation of your astral cord. And the astral cord is actually an infinite length. Anyway, I brought up the umbilical cord because once you're coming into the hole, the white light, you're going to go in, like you're going to exit the womb out of there, and you're going to see your umbilical cord. You're going to keep swimming, obviously, because in the dark you don't see it, but once you get in the light, you can see it. Everyone should be cognizant, everybody should be aware that they have a astral cord, because that's what connects you to your physical body in the astral planes, so that you don't get just lost and just trapped forever in these realms and in the astral planes and stuff. But once you've entered the hole, you've exited the womb, you've been almost reborn in a sense. Oh, I'm getting images from, if anybody has watched Stranger Things, and I forgot what season, but it's like more of a later season where, what's her name? Is her name 11? 11 was in the, not the psych ward, but it was like this place for like gifted children or whatever, but they were experimenting on them a little bit, but they had them like this like daycare, and everybody was wearing, I feel like hospital clothes, and everything was pretty much white. All the kids there were gifted in some way, shape, or form. They had either telekinesis or like they were training for something. Wow. Jeez. Yes, you guys are going to enter something like that. Like you guys are going to be entering a facility for gifted children. I'm getting you. Oh, this group is going to still be around the age maybe 7 to 15, no older than or younger than that. So I don't know why the time jumped. You came out the womb and you were 7 to 15 years old. But look, the dreamscape, the astral realm, it doesn't make as much quote unquote sense as a 3D realm, and time is an illusion. So you've entered this facility, you're getting trained, but instead of it being heinous or evil, these people who are training you are actually your guides. These people who are training you are actually your ancestors. These people who are training you are actually your assigned, like, aliens. You're assigned, like, any form of teachers you came here with in this lifetime that watch over you or that you're assigned to in your spirit family. They're going to be there, and they're all going to be helping each and every one of you guys train in this facility to, one, make sure you guys know how to properly use your powers in a responsible manner. 2, make sure you guys can grow and elevate your powers in a quick manner or in a sufficient time something. Sorry, the word came out my head. But the spirit, I'm getting the word blossom. I'm sorry. I'm seeing this word. I'm walking on a street and one of the names of the street is Blossom. Spirit wants you to be able to blossom and thrive within your gifts. So you have to be trained in the astral realms, because obviously if you're in the waking world and you have a job and you really are, in the 3D, you do a lot of 3D things, a lot of your work will be in the dreamscape. This is why I'm helping you guys get guided down there, because you guys need to remember who you are. You have to remember that when you go to sleep, you are doing the real work. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so your guides will be there with you, training you, kind of assessing where you're at that time. Like the moment you come out that womb, you're being graded or you're being assessed, and not graded in a sense where, oh, you're bad, you're good, you failed. No. They're assessing you and they're grading you so they can see where you are, so they can put you where you need to go. So then it's almost like school, but it's not like to a point where they're making you feel bad for being at a certain level. It's not a level. It's where your current vessel can withstand your own gifts or withstand the environment or withstand your path. You know what I'm saying? Because you can end up in one place. You can be on level, quote unquote, level 1 and then skip 5 levels and be on level 5, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. This is not like a race. This is not like everybody's competing, or it's not like a toxic situation where they're making the kids like compete or making them feel like they're better than one another. It's not none of that. And everybody's in this realm or in this facility to get better, to train themselves to be able to heal their inner child, also while being able to use their gifts properly, safely, and with love. And obviously the Most High is going to be there. The Most High is with you everywhere. I know I'm like, oh, where's God? God's here. God's everywhere. The number 24 might be significant for this group as well. Dang, we're going downhill. But yeah, I'm going to stop it right here. We're at 13 minutes and 47 seconds. Yeah, I'm going to stop right here. And the next video I'm about to record is the red door. I'll get back to the brown door one day, but I feel like this is a good place to stop at. I love you guys and safe travels.